Many expatriates prefer staying in serviced apartments long-term instead of standalone houses for security reasons. The reason being that many of the standalone properties are not within gated compounds. Therefore, should the expatriate choose to live in a standalone property, appropriate measures should be taken. Standalone houses in Myanmar are generally quite big, ranging from 4 to 10,000 square feet, and the newly built houses are usually modernized. However, don't expect Western standard housing or amenities such as a swimming pool and a nice garden. Serviced apartments tend to have better furnishing and decor. In comparison, it makes it more of an ideal choice for an expatriate relocating to Myanmar. Demand of serviced apartments is quite high, and supply is limited, which results in serviced apartment occupancy being quite high. We recommend booking serviced accommodations approximately 6 months in advance in order to secure a confirmation. Reservations for both hotels and serviced apartments can be quite challenging. Prices for expatriate-style housing have soared in the last few years, with average rents increasing 2 to 3-fold. Locations like Golden Valley, for example, properties can range from $4,000 US to $20,000 per month, and larger houses can go as high as $25,000 US a month. As the demand for standalone houses are much lower than the demand of serviced apartments, landlords and standalone houses tend to be more willing to renovate their properties, and they can rent it out for a good fee. Many landlords prefer payment in clean, crisp, mint-conditioned US dollars, $100 or $50 notes, which can be an issue for many, as a full year's rent must be paid in full, up front, on or before the day of the key and handover move-in. Some landlords are willing to accept wire transfers. Another issue is that the diplomatic clause is not applicable for non-diplomats. Currently, there are around 6 to 8 international schools in Myanmar located in Yangon. The leading schools are the International School of Yangon, ISY, the Yangon British International School, BIS, and the Yangon International School, YIS. It is quite difficult to enroll in these schools as they are popular and amongst the locals, and there is often a waiting list. Registration and applications need to be submitted 6 months before the planned school start date, and an in-person interview must be attended by the child enrolling into the school. We recommend parents to submit their applications to at least 2 to 3 schools when they are still in their home country, and then the in-person interview can be arranged during their preview trip to Myanmar. We do not recommend expatriates to drive in Myanmar, as the roads are generally in very poor condition, and the driving regulations are often not followed by drivers, which can be very dangerous. We recommend that the company provides a car and driver to the assignees and their family for the duration of their assignment. Taxis can be easily found in Myanmar and can be a good option for transportation, but taxis should be officially registered with the red license plates with an AA, BB, CC, etc. We do not recommend expatriates to take public transportation, such as the buses and trains, due to general overcrowding as well as the slow speed, low service, and poor maintenance on the trains. Road traffic accidents are a common cause of hospitalization. As the market opens up, more businesses are adding facilities to accept credit card payments. Clean, crisp US dollar notes are still typically the accepted mode of payment in Myanmar. Regulations are unclear and can change at any time without notification. Do not expect clear guidelines to be posted on any Myanmar government websites. There are no expedited visa applications with the government. If any service provider claims that it is possible to expedite a visa application, it potentially means something is non-compliant. Burmese is the language spoken in Myanmar, and most locals do not speak English. Street signs and transportation signage, including signs at bus stations, are in Burmese. In the shopping malls and grocery stores in the city, the store clerks are usually able to speak very basic English. We recommend that assignees gain at least a basic knowledge of Burmese. Myanmar is a Buddhist country. Monks should be respected, and one should not touch a monk's head. When going to the temple, one should wear long pants. Do not point with your foot, as this is a sign of disrespect. Patience is very important when it comes to dealings with Myanmar government. During religious festivals, do not expect anyone to work. Do not expect punctuality. 10 to 15 minutes late is normal due to traffic conditions in Myanmar and is generally accepted. It is part of Myanmar's culture to apologize often and sincerely. It is necessary that assignees and their families have comprehensive medical coverage to ensure an acceptable level of medical support in country. Additionally, emergency evacuation assistance to neighboring Bangkok and Singapore, which can provide the appropriate medical care, should also be included. Assignees enjoy visiting the many Buddhist temples, experiencing the rich culture and history that is part of Myanmar. In Yangon, there's a lot of greenery for a city. People are very friendly in Myanmar. It's a very peaceful and accepting culture. Myanmar's food is unique with a blend of flavors and influences from neighboring countries, China, India, and Thailand. More restaurants and grocery stores are catering to the needs of expatriates so they can enjoy food from all around the world, making Myanmar their new home.